What do blood, scissors, and the Hebrew word for covenant all have in common? Well, it has a lot to say about God's promises and His faithfulness to His people and to you. In the Bible, we understand the idea of making a covenant actually in terms of cutting a covenant. Why? Because there's a shedding of blood that ratifies that agreement. This is where we get the Hebrew word for covenant, brit, which actually means to cut. And we see all throughout the scripture when God cuts a covenant with His people, He also gives a sign. With Abraham, He gave the sign of circumcision. This is something I experienced with our two boys on the 8th day when they experienced their brit, milah, and they entered into the covenant of Abraham. This was a deeply spiritual moment for me as I witnessed my two boys bearing the same marks physically on their body, remembering God's covenant with Abraham. And we know this isn't the only covenant. When God gave a covenant with Noah, He gave the sign of a rainbow. When God gave His covenant to David, the sign was of the coming Messiah. And when Jesus issued His covenant, the promised sign was the coming of the